show, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and you've made it this far, so you deserve an easy one. In the show, Will shared a jersey number with Los Angeles Laker Marc Gasol.
Was it number 11, 14, 23?
And before we...
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Brown. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Harris. Then it's Harden, and it's Irving in at the two-guard position. And for the Clippers, we've got Patrick Beverley. Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ibaka, and it's George in at the two. And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. Greg, how hard is it to maintain focus this time of year when you know you're on a championship contending team?
You know, some of that I think depends on the leadership you have in your locker room. Certain guys just keep everybody engaged and motivated. And you know what? You've got to break the season down into chapters to help yourself with the motivation, because sometimes that season can be so long and it's hard to stay focused in the present when you start thinking about the postseason.
I agree. Here's George following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Leonard on the wing to the inside, and it's blocked by Jordan. And here comes Harden leading the fast break. Offensive rebound, Nets. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Jordan. That one no good. Great D that time from Batum. Here's Beverly. Lays it up and banks it in.
Just 6'1", but not many players more physical than Patrick Beverley.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Harris passes to Jordan. Outside Irving. Kicks it to Harris. On the wing, Harden. From outside the arc, Batum grabs the miss.
Not the efficient start they were hoping for. Only 1 for 4 from the field.
Passes it to Beverly. It's stolen by Harris. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. And Harden with the stuff.
You know, and with how deliberate he can be, Harden still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
Now, here's George. Coming off a stellar performance against Washington. Beverly with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. George dishes to Beverly. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against the Washington Wizards. Harden the pass to Irving. Irving double team. Stolen by Beverly. Here's George. And George with the stuff.
And with those long strides, it takes Paul George no time to get to the rim.
Nobody near Irving. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Irving's got 5.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
Now here's Beverly. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And George, here we go. The layup off target. Nets have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Inside, Leonard with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. Beverly with the ball. And it's Harden picking him up. And the jam by Nicholas Batum.
We know Beverly's ability as a defender, but don't underestimate his ability as a distributor. He has good vision.
Now here's Harden. A 29-point game for him in the win against Sacramento.
And made a big mark at the free throw line as well. He got himself to the strike a lot and cashed in when he had his chances.
And here's Batum. James Harden getting it to go from deep. George finds Leonard. Back to George. Now here's Leonard. Just 5 to shoot. He can't hit that time. Good D by Jordan.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ. You see, that is just rude. Kawhi picks it, triggers the fast break. See ya.
Here's Harden. That shot off the mark. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. They're looking for a little bit of redemption in this one after the loss to them here last time.
And turnovers were the story for them when they saw each other last. I mean, just a heartbreaking way to lose the game.
And the Nets with possession here. After the basket by Los Angeles. Irving kicks to Brown. Irving passes to Brown. Back to Irving. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. And it's 7 points for Kyrie Irving.
For a guy who is 6'3", Kyrie shows us he has great confidence playing inside.
George against Irving. George passes to Beverly. Count the basket.
When he's not shooting threes, you will find Patrick Beverly at the rim.
Harris kicks to Brown. Harris outside. Now the pass to Harden. Fires from deep. No good on that one. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Clippers ahead. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
And they took advantage of some careless ball handling, some careless passing. You have to be more careful around these guys.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Williams. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in at the 2. Here's Kennard. Lays it up off the glass. Kennard's got the lead up to 5 now for the Clippers.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And on the way from Irving for 3, and the Nets miss again.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Jackson finds Morris. Back to Jackson. Pass to Williams. Kennard on the wing. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. And we've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. 4 on the shot clock. Williams gets the bucket.
You see the toughness of Williams. Won't shy away from contact.
Nets trail by 7. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Last game for Brooklyn, they picked up the W against the Kings.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a groove.
You know, I love what the coaches did tonight. They pushed the right buttons time and time again.
Now, here's Green. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Shoots from the line. They get it back, and Green slams it in.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
Kennard on the wing. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of
good one, yes,
reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Williams kicks to Jackson. Buries it down low. Jackson's got his first 2 points of the night.
That is a powerful point guard right there. Reggie converting against very tight defense.
Irving, good.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
1:49 left to play here in the half. Morris passes to Zubac. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. Vanette shooting their first free throw of the game right now. And so he hits the technical free throw.
We know he's one of the best offensive players in the league. What I've seen lately from Kyrie is an improvement in his focus on the defensive end.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Brooklyn. Johnson comes in for Kyrie Irving.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
Clippers leading by 3. On the wing, George. Johnson against Beverly. Great D that time from Green.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
Jordan finds Green from downtown. No good on the shot. The Clippers go the other way with it. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
They came in focused and ready to play, and despite facing little resistance, they never pulled back.
To the wing on the left. Down low. And Ibaka kicks to George. Lobs it up for Ibaka. Rebounded by the Nets.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
You know, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
Johnson right side. And some good action through the first 2 quarters. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They didn't get more than a 1 possession. And
second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Jordan is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's Brown. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Harden in at the 1. And Harris wide open. He shoots. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. And George, here we go. Yep, it counts. And the Clippers lead by 5.
Slippery play by Paul George to get inside. He ends up right where he wanted to be for the shot.
And as he gets deeper into his career, Serge Ibaka's shooting continues to improve. What a great job he's done of changing how he scores.
It's very impressive because a late bloomer Serge Ibaka has been on the offensive end. Let's look at last season, his highest point per game average, and he's in his 11th NBA season. And still has great efficiency on the offensive end, but sometimes he's overlooked as a scorer on this team.
As the league continues to grow, this is just heady, sound basketball.
They have just nailed their halftime adjustments. That's for sure. They don't want to have to sweat this one out. They're looking to pull away. Well, you need to start somewhere. After 4 straight misses this half, let's see if this gets them going.
Left side, Batum. Leonard on the wing. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Ibaka in the post. He's against Jordan. Ibaka, no luck. Nets trail by 5. Harden inside the 3-point line. Irving. And staying with the play, Irving. Irving's got 15 points.
Man, it's a joy to watch Kyrie go to work. You can tell he lives and breathes this game.
Batum against Harris. Batum passes to Beverly. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on James Harden. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. It's stolen by Morris. Beverly deciding where to go with it. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, and that's some physical defense against Morris, who attacks with one of his many moves. And we'll just see what he does here at the line.
And the Clippers making a change here. Jackson's checked in, and a change for the Nets. Luwawu's checked in. Green kicks to Luwawu-Cabarrot. And here's Harden for 3. The Clippers grab the miss.
He's been of no help stretching the floor tonight. Just 1-3 in the first half. Nothing in the second.
Pass to Williams. Jackson with it. On the wing, Williams. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
Harden the pass to Jordan, and they double up Jordan. And a deep 3 from Harden. And again, it's the Nets missing.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. Leonard, he's checked in for Kennard. And a change for the Nets. Landry Shamit's checked in for Bruce Brown. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile 1 block we just saw on replay.
And when you're behind in the game, that's what you've got to do. Contest every shot.
Harden kicks to Shamet. Passes it to Luwawu. Harden right side. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now tonight. 1:04 left in the third quarter of the game. The pass to Leonard. It's good. And now it's an 11-point Clipper lead.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
He's having a tough quarter scoring the basketball and able to help them close this gap.
A 3 from Morris. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Nets trail by 11. 32 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside Jackson. Brooklyn with the rebound.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Zubac kicks to Morris. The kick out to Williams. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers in fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Clippers. Paul George is out there with Williams. Then it's Ibaka. Then there's Batum. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And the basket is good.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Harden the pass to Green. Irving looking over the floor. over George. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Irving.
Difficult guarding Kyrie. He's comfortable from any range and willing to take what the defense gives him.
In the corner, George with it. Outside Williams. Shot clock at 6. Up again, and Ibaka is right there. Ibaka's got the lead up to 11 now for Los Angeles.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Harden kicks to Irving, launches it. It's rebounded by Leonard. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Williams passes to George. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. On the wing, Williams. Pass to Ibaka. Here's George. With the clock winding down, and George with the stuff.
You know, offensive rebound is largely about hustle. Paul George plays with great energy and focus.
Tips it, and Harden on the follow.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Leonard kicks to Williams. Pass to George. On the wing, Batum. They get it back. Ibaka finds Leonard. Outside for George. Left side, Williams takes the 3. It's good from long range. And the Clippers lead by 14.
This is who Lou Williams is in a nutshell. An excellent shooter off the catch.
Passes to Harden. And there's the pass to Llewellyn. Lets it go from deep. And James Harden hits from deep. Harden's got 5 points in the quarter.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
George passes to Ibaka. Outside, Batum. Dishes to Ibaka. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Williams for 3. A rebound by the Nets. Green's got 4 rebounds now tonight. High arcing shot, and Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Irving.
Well, the thing about Kyrie, he draws so much defensive attention. Someone's often left open.
It's George on the wing. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now Harden. Pass to Llewellyn. Shoots the 3. He can't get it to go. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Ibaka outside. Left side, Leonard. On the wing, Batum. Moving against George. Williams with a clean look. And Ibaka slams it in.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Los Angeles.
And guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. I think that was a big part of their success.
Yeah, they definitely ran the break well. A big advantage in that category, and they continually put pressure on the defense.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
Well, at least they're going to salvage a game from the season series after losing the first 2.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Paul George.
You know, he was flying around on both ends of the floor. Terrific energy and enthusiasm, and that rubbed off on his teammates. I thought he was a catalyst tonight.
Patterson passes to Jackson. Out to the wing. Here's Mann. The three-pointer, no good. And here's the fast break. Cook leading the way. Here's Chiozza. And the 3 off target. So the Clippers winning this one easily. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. Well,
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Forbes in at the 2 spot. And for Brooklyn, Brown out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Harden. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Jordan in at the 5 spot. And here is Harris, following the 3-pointer by Chris Middleton. Giannis against Harris. Middleton on the wing. Jacks up a three. And again, Milwaukee with the triple. And Doris, tonight, two experienced teams will be battling.
Well, what you come to expect with experienced rosters are excellent defensive rotations, game plan discipline. These guys know how to play the game. So let's see how this plays out.
And here is Harris, following the three-pointer by Chris Middleton. 6 to shoot. Over in the corner, Brown. Stolen by Middleton. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Forbes dishes to Middleton. From deep three-point range. No good that time. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Well, you saw how dialed up they were from distance. The defense just couldn't get out to everyone.
And that explains their three-point percentage. They had more than a few players giving the defense absolute fits from range.
Nets have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Harris passes to Jordan. Lopez with the steal. Middleton with it. Picked up by Brown. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Boy, the wingspan of DeAndre Jordan. This guy sends it back with a message. Boy, they wasted no time getting the ball up the court. Great decision to push it and make the sharp pass to the rim.
Now here's DiVincenzo. He's coming off a 13-point game against Minnesota.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Harden outside. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. A three-pointer is right on target.
Well, Kyrie Irving has such a good sense of when his teammates are going to create an opportunity, and he puts the pass on time and on target.
Now here's DiVincenzo. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Kicks it down to Middleton. Pocket 6. Up and in on the layup. 8 points for Chris Middleton.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
It's Jordan on the wing. Irving finds Harden. Jordan trying to free himself up. Harden, no good.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Bucks passing it around. Here is Forbes, covered by Irving. Forbes can't get it to go. Nets trail by 3. Brown dishes to Jordan. Irving with a clean look. They get it again.
It is not easy trying to keep DeAndre Jordan off the boards. His combination of length and determination so impressive.
Now here's DiVincenzo. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Jeff Green, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Bruce Brown. Milwaukee also making some changes. Avi Portis is checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Bryn Forbes. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. Bucks leading by 3. Here's Giannis. That shot, no good. Harden with the defensive effort. Pass to Luwawu. In transition, here come the Nets. And Chris Middleton pulls it down.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Connaughton kicks to Middleton. Portis trying to free himself. Shot's good by Middleton. Middleton's got 10 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to Luwawu, and here's Harden. Three-pointer. A rebound by the Bucks. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good in that one.
Well, give them some credit for taking advantage of a weak defense and capitalizing on every mistake.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And for the Bucks guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second, we've got Bobby Portis. DJ Augustine out there with Antetokounmpo, and it's Craig in at the 3. And it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That's his first foul. Augustine against Irving. The pass to Shamet. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Bucks leading by 9. Here's Connaughton. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Pass to Craig. 6 on the shot clock. Augustine against Irving. Augustine, no luck. Net shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. Here's Shamet. And it's off from three-point range. The Bucks have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Tries from 16. Augustine, no luck. Nets trail by 9. Augustine with the steal. To the paint. Here's Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
Well, DJ Augustine has been around this league a long time. He does not miss open teammates.
Good on the shot.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. It's Giannis with the drive, and Jordan sends it back. Green up on top, covered by Giannis. Green. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Bobby Portis. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. You played with the great one, and Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think 2 guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the 2 guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. Harris's shot is good.
Boy, nice job by Joe Harris to sprint the floor and finish. That is beautiful.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Great D that time from Green.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Wasted no time on that one. Now just a 2-point Bucks lead.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
DiVincenzo passes to Portis. Count that one.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Passes it to Green. Back to Shamet. Bucks leading by 4. And Antetokounmpo inside. He's covered by Brown, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. And Brooklyn making a change here. Harden's checked in. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Here's Giannis. Green against DiVincenzo. Shot clock at 6. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And that one, good.
And how about the effort? You didn't think a little contact would prevent Giannis from scoring, did you?
Nets passing it around. Brown with it. Picked up by Portis. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, not sure who was responsible for the block out, but this guy got in there and dug out his points.
And the dunk by Giannis.
And that move has become second nature for Giannis. Once he establishes position, game over.
Brown kicks to Harden. Back to Brown. Beyond the arc. Here's Green. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Andre Robertson, he's checked in for Green. And it's Luwawu Cabarrot in for Landry Shamet. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Chris Middleton's checked in for Portis. Pat Connaughton comes in for Torrey Craig. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Brook Lopez. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. Robertson finds Harris. Here's Harden. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks bringing the quarter to a close with us.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's Milwaukee with the advantage at the half. They have a nice 7-point lead. And that...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You look at Antetokounmpo really making a difference here.
In those first two quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low. Just great work.
We've got Harden. Joe Harris is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Brown, and it's Irving at the shooting guard position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
Middleton for three. But they get it back. Forbes dishes to Antetokounmpo. Second chance shot, and he sinks the layup. Giannis has got 4 this quarter.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight it's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back.
He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
It's Brown on the wing. Defended by Middleton. Jordan. And Middleton with the block. But they recover it. Here's Brown. And the layup falls.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play. You know, he's flat fueling their success. Most of the offense has gone through him.
Offensive rebound. Brown the pass to Jordan. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. Luwawu Cabarrot, he's checked in for the Nets. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
Middleton looking it over. The feed to Lopez. Here's Forbes. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Green, he's checked in for Joe Harris. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Augustine's checked in. Outside Irving. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
It's good. Forbes has got the lead up to 13 now for the Bucks.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's his first foul.
I'm not sure what he thought he could get away with there. Pretty clear over the back.
Yeah, easy call for the officials. Sometimes I think you can reach over without making contact, but that was not one of those times.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Shamet's checked in. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Irving for three. And stolen by Portis. And here comes Augustine late in the fast break.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Irving. And just miss after miss right now.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
Middleton, that's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting. Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you played for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Lopez comes in for Bobby Portis, and Antetokounmpo subbed in for Torrey Craig. Irving kicks to Luwawu Cabarro. Oh, good with the triple.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them. Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Joe Harris is checked in for Jordan. And it's Bruce Brown in for Landry Shamet. Here's Brown. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Brown's got 4 this quarter.
We so often identify Joe Harris as strictly a shooter, but this guy, he is a tremendous passer as well.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That is his first foul of the game. The Bucks making a switch here. DiVincenzo's checked in. Shot's good by Middleton.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Over in the corner, Brown. And that one's good, Irving. Irving's got his first basket of the night.
I love that Kyrie Irving doesn't settle for something on the perimeter. He goes right to the cup.
Brown finds Green. Here's Harris. Irving from long range. DiVincenzo with the rebound. And now the fast break. Middleton with the ball. No good on the 3. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the 4th quarter. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Then it's Brook Lopez. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Forbes in at the 2-guard spot. Harden, no good.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
And it's Antetokounmpo, top of the key. From deep. The rebound by Harden. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Nets. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. And that'll be the third of the 4 straight at home. Here is Forbes. The 3. Kept alive. Antetokounmpo kicks to Forbes. And the call will be against Harris. That's his first foul.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. The shot's good from Forbes.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
Harden, no good.
Well, after hitting 1 triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
Middleton for 3. The rebound by the Nets. Green passes to Brown. Back to Green. He kicks it to Harris. There's the triple. DiVincenzo with the rebound. DiVincenzo's got his 4th rebound in this one. Middleton outside. Milwaukee getting another chance here. DiVincenzo finds Antetokounmpo off the mark from 16 feet out.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
The Bucks have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Middleton left side. And we've seen more attention given to how fans, Greg, interact with players during the games, whether it's verbal or even physical. Is that something the league's got to keep an eye on?
Absolutely. It's all about making sure that everyone is protected and respected. You know, this is entertainment, right? This is not do or die from a life standpoint, and we don't want to have things escalate.
There's got to be some kind of barrier there, I agree. A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. Back to Robertson. Johnson surveying the floor. Out to the right wing. Pass to Perry. Misses, and the dry spell continues. Milwaukee has gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Bucks passing it around. Over to the wing. To the middle. Just 4 to shoot. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. DJ Augustine's checked in for the Bucks. The Nets have gone 0 of 6 in the fourth quarter. A disastrous start to the period. Johnson outside. Here is Cook. Now Augustine. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing, and Andre Robertson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Down low. Guarded by Green. Clock at 6. And the Bucks miss again. Brooklyn's gone 0 of 3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Bucks.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And you know, this is a win they wanted badly, guys. They did not want to get swept in the season series.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy, in attack mode all evening.
Here's Augustine. The 3 ball. And again, the Bucks miss. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Harden's got the ball. Fires for three. And the net's another three.
It doesn't matter how a defense plays him. Harden is going to make sure that that three-point shot is a primary weapon.
Here's Augustine, and it's sent back by Irving. And he recovers it. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. get to play in front of their home crowd. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for him.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
And the Clippers starting five. Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Beverly in at the point. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Forbes in at the 2.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons, goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
Left side, Batum. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Batum with the steal. And Ibaka kicks to Leonard. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Leonard's got 5.
Yeah, you could be as physical as you want with Kawhi Leonard. He just stays with it and is unshaken.
DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. Misses the 3.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are so...
Oh, the power on that throwdown!
Unreal. It looks like an orange in his hand, and Kawhi tenacious to the rim with that finish.
Kicks it down to Middleton. Pass to DiVincenzo. Batum against Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Yeah, he might not be the biggest guy out there, but he's willing to rip that rim off.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Leonard dishes to Batum. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Oh, and here we go. Antetokounmpo, nobody back. The tray. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
Well, in that one, they just...
There he goes!
You don't want to be jumping on a play like that. No. Wow, he was up there, Kevin. Just a lightning bolt there in transition. No one can match up with Kawhi, especially at his position. That time they pay the price.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. What a tremendous game he played against Minnesota. DiVincenzo kicks to Forbes. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lopez. It's good on the putback.
Good size and the ability to carve out space. Lopez battling on the rebound.
Outside Leonard. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Beverly against DiVincenzo. Ibaka gets a hand on it. Great positioning on the putback.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Antetokounmpo inside. Defended by Batum.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And the versatility of Paul George's game. Elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
When you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor, I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. Torrey Craig comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Brent Forbes. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. And Portis throws it down.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Here's Morris after the basket by Milwaukee. Williams attacking. Augustine grabs the board.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Pass to Connaughton. Here's Craig. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Kicks it down to Middleton from the arc. And the three ball is good.
See how skilled Middleton is, ready to pull the trigger, and the defense is going to have to do better.
Outside, George. Here's Zubats, and the dunk by Zubats.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
Now, team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
And that does it for the first quarter. Clippers lead by 6. This is what Giannis Antetokounmpo recently told us when he...
For me personally, I just want...
And for Giannis, Greg, the consistency from range has been a focal point.
The more accurate he is from outside, the wider the driving lanes become, making him nearly impossible to stop.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
We've got Chris Middleton. He's out there with Bobby Portis, and it's Craig in at the small forward. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
and now
kidding.
He's an all-star
No
last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. A different look for Milwaukee. Lopez comes in for Bobby Portis, and it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Torrey Craig. Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers.
Well, guarding Antetokounmpo is really difficult because of how awkward he can get around the floor and how much space he can take up.
And the pass to Kennard. Leonard on the wing. Back to Kennard. Williams against Augustine. Williams' shot is off. Bucks trail by 4. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And the dunk by Lopez.
Lopez at that size has no trouble throwing it down.
And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Clippers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Passes it to Kennard. Back to Williams. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
A 3-time Sixth Man of the Year. Last season, Lou Williams named his newborn son 6 in honor of his success in that role.
We talk a lot about the Mount Rushmore of the game's greatest players. Maybe we can start to chisel out the sixth men of the year in the NBA. Lou Williams would have to get some serious consideration for that monument.
DiVincenzo can't hit it. Clippers leading by 4. Williams attacking, and the shot goes in.
In a way, Lou Williams, a little bit like J.R. Smith, he'll welcome the chance to finish off, especially if it's a difficult shot.
Here's Forbes. The offensive rebound. The shot's good from Lopez. Lopez has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
On the wing, Batum. Inside, here's Ibaka. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Ibaka's got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, high percentage look there for Ibaka. He can be automatic in there when given room.
Here's Forbes. Bangs home the trifecta.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Beverly, the pass to Ibaka. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Beverly. Makes it off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 5.
Yeah, kind of tough on the defense when you let Beverly beat you on the inside. That can get his confidence going from the outside. So damage from the paint that time.
Williams against DiVincenzo. To the paint. Here's Lopez. Good work defensively by Ibaka.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Batum, and he converts the layup. Batum's got his first basket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And Lopez throws it down.
Giannis, if you talk about maturity, the next thing you're going to see is him playing with great patience. Let the play unfold and then take what the defense gives you.
Ibaka looking for an opening. Back to Beverly. And it's Williams. That time the assist by Beverly. Williams has got 6 points.
Well, if you're open, Patrick Beverly is going to do his best to get you the ball.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Forbes. From deep. And another three for Milwaukee.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Right side, Batum. The rebound by the Bucks. Lopez has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Giannis. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nailed. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. The story early on was Kawhi Leonard, who was on fire. He had 9 points. And that should...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
So for the Clippers right now, Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then it's Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Batum in at the power forward. And that one's good. Beverly, 6 points for him.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Bucks trail by 4. DiVincenzo with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. He kicks it to Middleton. This one for 3. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka. Ibaka's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And there it is for him.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. DiVincenzo passes to Middleton. Traps in the tray. Middleton's got 8 points.
Well, he's accurate from behind the arc, and there's a reason why Chris Middleton takes a good amount of three-pointers.
Batum finds Beverly. Lopez with the block. And it's the Bucks on the break. Lots of room. It's hauled in by Beverly.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range there. Much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
Basket good.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
The shot by Middleton, wide open. And another three for Milwaukee.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
On the wing, Batum. Clippers moving the ball around. Beverly against DiVincenzo. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Oh, that's out of there. Not a high riser, but Lopez using his frame, a smart block, if you will.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team, just fighting tonight.
Here's George. He can't get that one. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. Middleton for three, and again Milwaukee with the triple. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back to how about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Open up the floodgates and let Giannis run through. What a joy to watch him in transition.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Bobby Portis is checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Torrey Craig comes in for Brent Forbes. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. Back to Williams. Augustine with the steal. And it's the Bucks on the break. Middleton for three, and another three for Milwaukee.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Here's Williams, and that one good. Williams has got his third basket of the night.
Well, it's such a challenge trying to alter anything that Lou Williams does just because you're on your heels most of the time.
It's stolen by Morris. Now the Clippers moving it up. Jackson's got the ball, and he lays it straight in. Now just a 4-point Bucks lead.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Middleton can't get it to go.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Kennard kicks to Morris. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Williams inside, guarded by Augustine. Lopez with the block. Bucks another fast break opportunity here. In the corner, Middleton with it. Pass to Craig. For three. Here's Lopez. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth. And so it's Milwaukee with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done anywhere near the kind of damage we expected. We'll return shortly. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the court for the Bucks, Middleton teams up with Giannis, the lengthy wing pair. Brook Lopez is out there with Bobby Portis, and it's Augustine in at the one.
Yeah, just aggressive there. Instead of going to one of his patented shots inside, Morris just simply rises up to be free.
The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Back to Middleton. Launches a three. The Clippers grab the miss. And following this game, they'll challenge the Grizzlies on the road at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. And their road trip is only getting started as that's the second of 6 for them. Lopez finds Portis. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. 6 to shoot. Antetokounmpo dishes to Middleton. Lets it go with a three. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
Outside Williams. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And some changes here for the Bucks. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Bryn Forbes comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Augustine. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Morris. Leonard comes in for Luke Kennard. Paul George, he's checked in for Reggie Jackson. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Williams.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Leonard on the wing. Batum passes to Beverly. And Leonard has it in the corner. Lets the three fly. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
You know, what a game by Leonard, but you wouldn't know it by the way he's reacting out there. Just stone-faced, but getting the job done.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Giannis has got 10 points here in the second half.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive. This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Another miss by Leonard. Bucks leading by 9. DiVincenzo with it. And Batum picks him up defensively. From past the arc. He can't get that one to fall. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. The pass to Beverly. Goes back up. Kicks it out to Leonard. Fires the three. And it's Beverly missing.
Well, after an impressive first half, he's just not been able to get the room or get anything going here in the second.
DiVincenzo can't hit it.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
George passes to Zubats. Beverly dishes to George. The three sinks the three-pointer.
Well, your best players want to take on the burden come clutch time, and Paul George carrying the weight right now.
Giannis outside. Passes to DiVincenzo. Kicks it out to Giannis. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Chris Middleton's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubats. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Now Middleton for the three. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. .23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Well, this one is winding down now. Milwaukee can watch the clock run out. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move
quicker than the defender.
And now the go-to guy in these situations. Leonard can handle that kind of pressure in the big moment as well as anyone.
For three, Middleton, it's off. And so it's the Bucks who come out on top here. That was a fun night of basketball. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks.
or Steve Nash.
The activity in front of the Brook. And as
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Batuma's out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ibaka. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the point guard position. And looking at the Nets, Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Harris. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Brown in at the small forward. Batum finds Leonard. Beverly for three. Rebound, Brooklyn. And Irving with a clear path to the hoop. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
Boy, that's exactly how you punish a team in transition. Kyrie getting out in front and going straight on the attack.
Beverly, the pass to Ibaka. George with no one around. Connects from three-point range. George has got 6. Greg, we've got 2 terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me hearken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. Well, we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
Here's George. James Harden picking up that last basket. Here's Leonard. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Nets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. To the inside. Stolen by Beverly. And now here's Batum, the fast break opportunity. It's hauled in by Brown. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by George. Los Angeles has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Basket counts.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
Irving passes to Harden. Here's Jordan. Serge Ibaka pulls it in.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Leonard with the bucket.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here is Harris. His last outing, he had 18 points.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Nets, Green comes in for Harris. And it's Luwawu Cabarrot in for Bruce Brown. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubats is checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Reggie Jackson's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. Nets trail by 6. Pass to Luwawu. Back to Irving. And it's sent back by Morris.
And this is what staying active can give you. Morris sending that one back with authority.
Williams kicks to George. Right side Jackson. Here's Morris. And he banks in the layup.
An efficient score inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
Brooklyn's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Harden scanning the floor. Excellent D there from Williams. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. And George kicks to Williams. 1:03 left here in the opening quarter. Here's Jackson. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
That doesn't go in either for Irving.
You know, he looks a little off kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
Nets trail by 8. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Brooklyn Nets come into this one after a win against Sacramento. Offensive rebound.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
To end the cold streak, it's rebounded by Lou Williams. Los Angeles leading by 8. To the paint, here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now. That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
On the wing, Morris fires the 3.
And Green's defense, very important to this team's success. The way he gets up
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Williams. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Kennard in at the 2 spot. Now here's Williams. Jeff Green missing his last shot. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. And the Nets making a change here. Brown's checked in. And then for Los Angeles, Serge Ibaka has checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Williams. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Not as good in the Los Angeles leads, cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Brown.
And Green is a critical role player for this team. His passing is really phenomenal.
Now here's Leonard, coming off a solid outing against Washington. Outside for Batum. Ibaka right side. 5 to shoot. Takes a 3. Green with the rebound. The Nets have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Batum with the steal. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Nets trail by 8. For 3, Harris. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now, here's Kennard. No points in the game yet for him. Beverley shooting foul as the whistle blows. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Robertson, he's checked in for Jeff Green. And he gets it to go. Harris has got his first points in this one.
Well, I love to see Joe Harris not settling, instead choosing to be opportunistic and mixing up his offensive attack.
Outside for Batum. There's the pass to Kennard. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Beverley. Batum wide open. He fires. Ibaka, the pass to Beverley. Rebound, Brooklyn. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. And that's the 3rd of 4 straight played at home. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
I'm not sure whose fault that was, guys, but they need to get on the same page here.
Kyrie Irving's checked in for James Harden. Paul George is checked in for Los Angeles. Jackson comes in for Patrick Beverley. Right side, Batum. Los Angeles with another miss.
Boy, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Outside, George. Feeds to Ibaka. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And this is where Ibaka is becoming a little more savvy. Just catches the defense off guard. All they can do at that point is foul.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Batum. And Morris subbed in for Kennard. Up top, Brown. Here's Robertson. And the dunk by Robertson.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
On the wing, George. Pass to Zubac. There's the dish to Morris. It's Jackson with the drive. Ibaka controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Clippers lead by 6.
Yeah, and the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Lou Williams is checked in for Serge Ibaka. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
Now, here is Morris. 11 points for him in that last game against Washington. Jackson against Irving. Jackson misses. Nets trail by 3. Harris, right side. Shamet, the pass to Irving. Back to Shamet. Outside Irving. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by George. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Over in the corner, Williams puts up a 3. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Williams has got his first 3 points of the game. Brown wide open, he fired. With the tip, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a...
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They hold a 4-point lead.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
They've got Joe Harris. Irving is out there with Harden. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Brown in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And it's Beverly missing. Nets trail by 4. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Irving kicks to Harden. Out to Harris. The Nets working the ball around now. Irving can't hit. And so here are the Clippers. They've led by as much as 10. And following this game, they'll challenge the Grizzlies on the road at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. That will be their second of 6 road games for the team. Here's Brown. Kicks it out to Harden. And a wide open look for Irving. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
And when you leave a man open, Batum finds it. Great feel for the game.
Fires the 3. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. So for the Nets, Jeff Green. He's checked in for Joe Harris. And Luwawu subbed in for Bruce Brown. Leonard on the wing. He has 6. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Hey, get that weak stuff out of here. Take it home. Jordan is fantastic at rejecting those kinds of shots.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Ibaka dishes to Beverly. Looking for Ibaka. He gets it there. It's good. Ibaka's got 5 now.
Yeah, with a hand in his face, no less. Inside, Ibaka uses his long arms to convert through the contact.
Harden the pass to Jordan. That one goes. Count it.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
And so Ibaka will bring it up for Los Angeles. They lead by 4. And here's Beverly. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Irving for 3. Buries it from 3-point range. He's got 10.
You know, the threat of Irving's drive can open up looks for him from the perimeter. And he is a gifted scorer, folks.
Irving against Jordan. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line.
Shooting one.
It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Landry Shamet's checked in for Brooklyn. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Kennard, he's checked in for Leonard. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And he makes that one. 13 points for George. Greg, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the great... Oh, the power on that throwdown!
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Oh, and he breaks out the tomahawk. No soft finish there. Pure power.
Yeah, we can feel that one all the way over here.
Yeah, great aggressive move to the bucket there. He wasn't about to pass that one up. He threw it down.
In the corner, George with it. Plenty of space. Again, the Clippers.
Boy, I think they've lost their intensity. I mean, the defensive pressure is lacking this half.
Down low, here's Luwawu, and he's fouled pretty hard, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Williams, and that one drops. Williams has got 5 points so far.
And offensively, they finally seem to be coming around after an ugly first half.
And, you know, to shoot that poor lead early and to have the lead now, they feel fortunate, but they've earned their good fortune.
It's George on the wing. It's stolen by Harris. It's Harden with the drive, and he gets it back. And the layup's good off the glass. And it's now only a 1-point Los Angeles lead.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch. And the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
So savvy inside for a player of his size, and tough. Williams will do whatever it takes.
That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Well, the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Banked in off the glass. 9 points in the game so far.
Boy, he twisted his body up right there just enough to create space. Williams so slick and eel-like inside.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Clippers, we've got Reggie Jackson. Ivica Zubac is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Williams. And it's Morris in at the small forward position. 5 on the clock. Drops in the layup for 2. Morris has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Clippers.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
And here we go with Morris running it up the court. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Morris. And the Clippers lead by 6. And a breakdown here, guys, the hustle stats for the Clippers.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Irving kicks to Harris. The kick out to Irving. Back to Harris. And the rejection by Zubac. To the middle. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And Leonard gets it to go.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
Irving with the ball. Leonard picks him up. And good that time.
You know, you got to appreciate the speed of Kyrie Irving. I mean, incredible at finding different ways to get to the basket, and he is not afraid of anybody.
On the wing, Morris. Back to Williams. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And Jordan gets it to go.
Hey, when you're as big and strong as Jordan is, you expect to get hit. You expect contact. And Jordan doesn't let it bother him.
Here's Jackson. Zubac the pass to Jackson. Morris against Harris. Inside. Zubac no good. Nets trail by 7. Here's Irving. Good.
Yes, indeedy. Irving giving you much in the clutch.
Los Angeles has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Here's Morris. The kick out to Williams. Leonard with no one around. That 3 off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Got that one up quick. Now just a 3-point Clipper lead.
Tell you what, I don't think there's been a single shot that Irving has wanted and didn't get so far.
Pass to Zubac. A rebound by the Nets. Jordan's got his 7th rebound here tonight. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with. The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
Williams with the ball, picked up by Harris. Here's Jackson, and it's blocked by Jordan. Still Uwawu. It's Irving, top of the key, to take the lead. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Jordan's got assist number 7 for him tonight. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Brooklyn.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
You know, one other area they're doing well in is steals. I mean, they've knocked the ball loose a number of times and been able to track it down after the fact.
Williams, that's good.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Luwawu, the pass to Irving. Jordan. Yes!
Jordan coming up big. His name is called, and he ups the ante and delivers.
Here's Williams. Count it.
Even keeled is Williams. Calm in the eye of the storm. Hits a big one there.
Green dishes to Harris. On the wing, Irving. He's guarded by Williams. They kick it out to Green. Harris passes to Jordan. Here's Luwawu. It falls!
And they've got a foul to give here if they need it.
Here is Williams. Now the pass to Leonard. Money!
Don't sleep on Williams' ability to create for others. That's a veteran play.
It's in!
Comfortable in the clutch. That's who Kyrie Irving is. Unfazed by the game's biggest moments.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 1. 7 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And we call those ATOs, or plays run after a timeout. They often make the difference in a game.
Kicks it out to Leonard. It's in!
Not afraid to get physical there. Leonard makes the shot in spite of the contact.
Timeout called, the Nets. What do you think, guys?
And they have just enough time for a catch and shoot here. It has to be an immediate shot, though. That's their only hope.
And Irving launches it from deep. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. second. Let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounds.
So the Nets starting five. Joe Harris is out there with Jordan. Then there's Brown. Then it's Harden. And it's Irving at the shooting guard. And for the Bucks, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Forbes in at the 2 spot. First trip to the line for him here.
And with his percentage at 87, he's done just about everything they could have asked when it comes to free throw shooting.
When we think of these teams, we think offense. Doris, what kind of game do you anticipate this being?
Well, from a fan's perspective, this is going to be a ton of fun. Fast-paced, high skill level. Now, the coaches who love defense, they may not be happy by the end of the night, but we're going to have a good time.
Now here's Giannis. He's averaging just around 28.5 points a game. So many offensive skills in his toolkit.
Well, that leadership from Lopez, wanting to get his guys involved with his passing ability.
Here's Harden. He gets it in there.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And Giannis gets it to go.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
What a play.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
And Giannis gets it to go.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
DiVincenzo with it, and it's Harden picking him up. And that one's good by Giannis.
Impressive. 5 straight makes. Love the play calling here.
DiVincenzo against Harden, and the jam by Harden.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority. And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back 3, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot. And paired with his dribble drive, a 2-move torture chamber.
The Bucks have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Here's Harris in the game against Sacramento. Very impressive. Here's Irving, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Harden finds Brown. The Nets working the ball around now. Back to Harden. Just 5 on the clock. Passes it to Harris. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted 3-point shots.
And not to mention 4-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their 3-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Bryn Forbes. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. Here's Antetokounmpo, and he drops it in from the low post. Giannis has got 13.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
Irving dishes to Jordan. Green against Giannis. Portis trying to free himself. And it's Green missing. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Bucks making a change here. Craig's checked in. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Joe Harris is checked in for Jordan. Here's Antetokounmpo. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Man, with that skill set at 6'11", Giannis might be the toughest guard in the league.
So he gets them both. Nets trail by 7. Goes up off the inbound, and there's the nice layup by Irving.
Boy, that's all by design now. Get the shot as soon as possible on that inbound pass.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
You know, we always talk about what a rare talent Giannis is, and it's true. Unrivaled athleticism and versatility.
James Harden, he's checked in for Kyrie Irving, and he's good on the 3-ball.
Well, they're not behind because of this guy. He is putting on a tremendous run.
The drive by Giannis. Here's Portis. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight it's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back.
Harden up top, guarded by Augustine. Leans inside. Harden's shot is off. Bucks leading by 4. Here's Connaughton. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
This is what we call a sniper from the outside. Joe Harris, a knockdown shooter.
And it's Giannis missing. And it's Harden with the ball for the Nets. Last time they met was in Brooklyn.
And I credit the shot selection in that one. It's hard to stay patient, but you see the reward.
Well, typically, Greg, great decision-making leads to great shooting percentages. I thought that team played a very smart game.
Lopez, he's checked in for Milwaukee. That one drops. He ties it up.
And the southpaw stroke of Harden is just beautiful to watch. When he's cooking, he's one of the more lethal scorers in our league.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Bucks have made 3 of their first 5 foul shots tonight. First one falls for him.
And guys, what you love about DJ Augustine is the leadership he provides to the young guys. They'll lean on him for advice, for knowledge, for sets. This guy is just a key cog. An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work, and it pays dividends.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Augustine. Some solid defense from Harris.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. And earlier we checked in with Giannis Antetokounmpo, who had this to say about losing.
I think the most important lesson that I got.
All part of the process of achieving greatness.
Yeah, and most guys have had to go through it. MJ, LeBron, leading a team to a championship rarely happens early on.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
They've got Dante DiVincenzo. Bobby Portis out there with Brook Lopez, and it's Craig in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. DiVincenzo finds Lopez. Lock at 6. Nice shot by Portis.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
And it's Harris off the drive, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. And the call will be against Harris. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Milwaukee. Chris Middleton comes in for Portis, and it's Bryn Forbes in for Pat Connaughton. The Nets also changing it up. DeAndre Jordan comes in for Joe Harris, and Irving subbed in for Landry Shamet. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table, but in reality they got to fill some roles, right? And you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So There's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. DiVincenzo kicks to Forbes. And again, the Bucks miss.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Luwawu, that drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Luwawu's got the lead up to 2 now for the Nets. Here's Middleton. The rebound by the Nets. Jordan's got his 6th rebound on the night. Lopez with the steal. Here's Middleton. Can't cash in from close range. The Nets have gone 2 of 6 in the field in the second quarter so far. And an intentional foul right there. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Torrey Craig. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Harden's checked in. Here's Irving. The rebound by Middleton.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And he makes good on the layup. Middleton's got it all tied up now for Milwaukee.
How about the determination from Middleton there? He was not going to let the D win that possession.
And there is a whistle. That goes on Bryn Forbes. That's his 4th foul of the contest. And the Bucks making a change here. Augustine's checked in. Nobody near Irving. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Milwaukee's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That is his 1st foul of the game. Here's Antetokounmpo. Turned in an outstanding game against the... Hammer it home! Hammer it home, baby!
That is authority right there.
It was. Harden the pass to Brown. Kicks it out to Harden. There's 1:38 left to play here in the second quarter. Irving for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Irving's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
You give Kyrie a good look at the rim. It doesn't matter how far back he is from the line.
And the dunk by Giannis.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
Irving attacking. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Portis, he's checked in for the Bucks. Pat Connaughton comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Luwawu Cabarrot, he's checked in for Green.
And Doris, last season for Kyrie Irving, really one of waiting. No Durant on the year to play off of, and then Kyrie's season with the Nets was cut short due to injury.
Well, 2nd surgery for Irving in the last 3 years. You obviously hope he and KD can stay healthy and try to revitalize this Nets organization. Irving is so excited about being on the court. The NBA misses him when he's not playing. Let's hope he stays healthy.
Giannis drives in. Gets it to fall, and now he's 10 of 15 on the game. And it's Harden with the ball for the Nets. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
Well, let's give some credit to the coaching staff as well, recognizing the weaknesses in that defense and going after each one of them.
And Irving with the basket on the assist by Brown. Irving's got 12 in the game.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
It's his 1st trip to the line. The first one falls. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Harden against Augustine. And the jam by Harden.
And it is easy to get spoiled watching Harden. He's had so many games like this in his career, but you still got to appreciate what he does.
And a close game so far through the first. Hey. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. James Harden was the man in the first. He had 16 points, 2. And that does it for our
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, he's been nothing short of a wall at the rim so far in this one, single-handedly providing great rim protection.
If he is in the area, he's going to challenge your shot. He's going to block it, alter it. He's going to have an impact.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Harris is out there with Brown. Then it's Jordan. Then there's Irving. And it's Harden in at point guard. The Bucks have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for the Bucks. Both shots good from the stripe. Nets leading by 4. Harden outside. Shoots over DiVincenzo. Rebound, Milwaukee. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. Middleton looking it over. DiVincenzo kicks to Middleton. Milwaukee the rebound. Back to DiVincenzo. And the rejection by Harden. Kicks it down to Middleton. Shot clock at 5. Goes up again. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Lopez passes to Middleton. Over Brown. Off the left rim and out.
Ugh, ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
Harris misses. Bucks trail by 6. Lopez kicks to DiVincenzo. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
The Nets have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. And Harden launches it from deep. That shot off. And Milwaukee the other way now. And here they come. Here's Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And that move has become second nature for Giannis. Once he establishes position, game over.
Milwaukee, another fast break opportunity here. Here is Forbes, covered by Irving. Forbes, the pass to Middleton. They grab their own miss. Giannis on the follow. Antetokounmpo's got the game tied up here for the Bucks.
And with his length and explosiveness, it's never a surprise to see Giannis get points on the offensive glass. Great nose for the ball.
That one drops for him.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The Bucks have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And Jordan sends it back.
This is not the guy you want in your zip code when the ball is going up. DeAndre Jordan twice on the pipes.
Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And then for Brooklyn, Green comes in for DeAndre Jordan. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Bruce Brown.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. .141 left here in the third quarter.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Harden kicks to Shamet. Pass to Green. DiVincenzo against Harden.
As crafty.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. They're double-checking, and the game continues on. Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a three-point opportunity.
And so he makes both from the line.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
The shot's good. Giannis has got 33.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
And he could not get that one to go. And, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. Got to take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And he's at nearly 90% from the free throw line this season, so having a terrific year.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Harris. Both free throws good from Augustine. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Pass to Jordan. Back to Shamet to the right side. Here's Luwawu. Offline with his three. The Bucks have gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far. Just above 50%. And to Kumbo. Banked in off the glass. Giannis has got 38 points.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And even through contact, Kyrie still able to finish shots consistently.
Milwaukee's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. The drive by Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Oh, why, thank you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Craig, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Great open look there. Irving's got 10 points in the quarter.
Well, we know this. Kyrie Irving on any given night can give you 40 on the offensive end. What a special talent.
And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Brooklyn ahead. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Then there's DJ Augustine. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Connaughton in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Here's Augustine. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 14 rebounds tonight, going after. Luwawu Cabarro kicks to Jordan. Irving from long range. Rebounded by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got 8 rebounds in this game. And it's blocked by Jordan. And the whistle stops gameplay. It's not a clean block shot, instead a shooting foul, and we'll see free throws coming up right here. First free throw is good. And the Nets making a change here. Brown's checked in. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
Boy, the missed free throw there keeping this game at even. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them.
Jordan dishes to Green. Brown inside, guarded by Augustine, and there's Brown. That's good on the assist from Green. Green's got his 4th assist in this one, and it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Jordan with it. Picked up by Portis. Luwawu, the pass to Brown. And that one drops for him. And it's a 4-point Nets lead.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
No doubt, keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
Here's Middleton. An easy 2 points on the layup.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Nets have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. And there's the pass to Augustine. Back to Connaughton. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. 4 on the clock. Lays it up off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 43 points.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
Well, we continue to be, to me, in the golden age of point guards in the NBA. And Kyrie Irving is right there with the best of them in that discussion.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Bryn Forbes comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Augustine. And he knocks down the first one. He hits both from the stripe. Bucks trail by 3. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Timeout called the Nets.
And they've been very loose with the ball here. They haven't been as patient, forcing things a bit, which has led to turnovers. They need to just slow down and relax.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team, and he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed. Guys.
He's off on the first.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. And he's good on the second.
Yeah, being down 2 points instead of 1 thanks to the free throw miss makes getting a stop here absolutely critical.
And there is a whistle. That goes on Bryn Forbes. That's his 5th foul. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth.
Well, you love the activity of Brook Lopez on the defensive end. He's not a one-dimensional player now.
For 3, Middleton. Offensive rebound. Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. Launches it. And it's Irving with the rebound. The Nets with the lead. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Harden, no good. It's Giannis with the...
In the long strides of Antetokounmpo, once he gets downhill, there's almost no stopping.
No good that time. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Pass to Forbes. Back to Middleton to take the lead. Rebounded by the Nets.
Sometimes you just have an off day, and this is one of those games for him.
And Irving gets it to go on the assist by Brown. Brown's got 3 assists tonight.
We all know that Irving wants to be the man to hit that shot, and when he takes it, he usually finds a way to finish.
Giannis passes to Lopez. Here's Antetokounmpo. It's hauled in by Harris.
They came close there to tying it up.
Oh, he had it in his sights. He wanted it. That bucket would have been huge.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Connaughton's checked in. Down low. Lopez with the steal. Giannis against Harden. Antetokounmpo takes the 12-footer and hits. Giannis has got it all tied up now for Milwaukee.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
Pass to Harris. Outside Irving. Count it!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Here's DiVincenzo. Money!
Going to the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage. In a close game, those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
To take the lead. And it's Connaughton missing. What a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Well, think about Joe Harris, the 33rd pick in the 2014 draft. So that's the third pick in the second round. And boy, has he turned himself into a viable NBA player. Knockdown shooter who can now put it on the deck as well.
One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Shot clock at 6. Harden outside. And again, it's the Nets missing. So Mike Budenholzer decides to take a timeout here. Guys, what do you think?
And the only chance here is a lob at the front of the rim. A tip in to tie the game. There's not enough time to get a catch and shoot.
And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
And so it's Brooklyn who's straight. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
February 20th, My Team Unlimited $250,000 tournament.
You won't want to miss it, and remember, follow us on social media for extras and for your
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning into 2K Sports. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for him.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Brook Lopez, and it's Forbes in at the two-guard spot. And for Los Angeles, Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ibaka. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the two-guard.
It's just hard to match up with Antetokounmpo's speed, especially in the open floor.
On the wing, Batum. Beverley looking around. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here is Forbes, defended by George. Stolen by Beverley. It's George on the wing. Coming off a solid outing against Washington. Batum, good. Break too early to start talking about MVP for this year or mid-season?
You know, we've gotten to a point now where we start talking MVP at the start of the season. You know,
yeah, right.
People just love to talk sports at this point, especially when it comes to the most prestigious individual awards out there. I think you can make a case and sway some opinions with your play this time of year, but I like to let it all play out before I start focusing on that.
Things can change in a hurry, can't they, in a season?
Yes, they can.
Like you say, let it play out.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And Batum kicks to Beverley. Outside Leonard. Got a piece of it. The pass to Giannis. Middleton outside. But they'll get another chance. Up top, DiVincenzo. Pass to Middleton. Clock at 4. DiVincenzo against Ibaka. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. George with the ball. He's a guy we see deliver on a nightly basis, averaging about 24.5 points a game. Stolen by Middleton. Giannis inside. Defended by Batum. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
A determined shooter who excels at the charity stripe. Middleton will gladly head to the line.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverley. The Bucks also changing it up. Pat Connaughton comes in for Bryn Forbes. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. Milwaukee leading by 3. And Augustine kicks to Middleton. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. Now, Antetokounmpo turned in an outstanding game against Minnesota. It's hauled in by Zubac.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
I mean, a great look by Kawhi, aware of what the defense is trying to do, understands the spacing.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
George finds Zubac. At the top of the key, Williams. And the layup's good off the glass.
The thing about Lou Williams, he sort of glides around, then suddenly he hits the turbojets.
Connaughton passes to Lopez. Takes the three. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Woo! He got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him.
George with the bounce pass. Zubac kicks to Morris. Outside, George. 6 to shoot. And the shot goes down.
Proving how dangerous he is. Give George these looks, and he'll knock him down.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Augustine. Sweet little floater.
Man, I'll tell you, when you get your floater game going, it's a tremendous weapon.
On the wing, Morris. Outside, George. That shot off. Near the three-point line, it's Augustine. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Milwaukee on top. They're up by 3. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've...
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder. Everybody.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And for the Bucks guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Reason why, excellent spacing. They may not stay this hot all game, but hard to bet against them.
Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Beverly in at the point guard position. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. 9 feet out. Outside Jackson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Portis, the pass to Forbes. Right side, Portis. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Craig kicks to DiVincenzo. Here's Forbes. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Absorbing contact on the shot. Forbes with the concentration to where it doesn't matter.
On the wing, Morris. Jackson deciding where to go with it. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Bucks leading by 5. Here's Connaughton. Kennard with the rebound. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for Los Angeles. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Milwaukee team.
Yeah, and last year it didn't matter whether it was on the home or on the road. They failed to take a game from either of the two meetings.
They really dominated them on both sides of the ball. We'll see if they have their number again this year.
The Bucks have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Portis, the pass to Craig. to Portis. And Portis throws it down.
This is what they want to see. Portis finishing strong inside, making his presence felt.
Kennard on the wing. Outside Jackson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka has checked in. Whoa, hammering it in.
And they really all have confidence in Antetokounmpo to run that set, that they're willing to put every aspect of their offense in his hands.
Here's Ibaka. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Ibaka's got his second basket of the night.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
A minute 42 left in the first half of basketball. DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
How can you leave this guy that wide open? Please. That's terrible.
Leonard on the wing. Stolen by Middleton. 3-on-3. We've got 1:18 left in the first half. Clippers trail by 8. Leonard attacking and finished off by Leonard.
Give him any kind of opening and Kawhi Leonard will make you pay at the rack.
For 3, Middleton. They get the rebound. Lopez kicks to Middleton. Passes it to DiVincenzo. Clock at 6. Fires the 3. And that's good. Chris Middleton for 3. Middleton's got the lead up to 9 now for the Bucks.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Augustine with the steal. Fast break, Milwaukee. Augustine with the ball. Here's DiVincenzo. Misses off the left iron. Clippers have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Ibaka, the pass to Williams. And here is Ibaka. Lopez covering. The kick out to Williams. Jackson in the corner. Ibaka dishes to Williams. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Ibaka. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Ibaka's got 6.
Jackson, great anticipation on the steal, then quickly gets them out in.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. Chris Middleton came out on a mission in the first. He had 11 points, 2 steals. And that'll do.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. You know, Chris Middleton has really been making it happen, guys.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
What can you say? Shooting is a premium in this league, and you can see why.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer, starting the second half. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Forbes in at the 2. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a court jumper. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day 1 when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. Outside, George. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Antetokounmpo kicks to DiVincenzo. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. DiVincenzo's got his second bucket of the night. On the wing, Batum. At the elbow, it's Ibaka. DiVincenzo against Beverly. Now, here is George. Defense right on him. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Antetokounmpo running. Lopez passes to Middleton. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. For the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Luke Kennard in for Leonard. The Bucks also changing it up. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. Torrey Craig comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Chris Middleton. Rebounded by the Bucks. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Portis kicks to Connaughton. From deep. To the wing right side. Right wing. It's tipped. Stolen by Zubac. And now the Clippers on the break. Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Kennard.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession, and the Clippers making a switch here. Williams is checked in, and Milwaukee with a change here too. Augustine's checked in. Here's Forbes. No good from outside. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Augustine with the steal. Portis drives in. Out left to the wing. Here's Craig. And again, the Bucks miss.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Williams. Yep, that one goes in there.
Because of his size, everyone tries to get physical with Lou, but he pays it no mind.
Lou Williams, so crafty, GA. Just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
Launches a 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 4th rebound in this one. George finds Zubac. Now, here is Morris. Defense is right there. Outside, George. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Serge Ibaka is checked in for the Clippers. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Chris Middleton's checked in for Bryn Forbes. Augustine, that's good.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
To the left wing. George looking over the floor. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
52 seconds left to play here in the 3rd. And Augustine kicks to Middleton. Back to Augustine. There's the 3. He doesn't hit that one. The Clippers have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Williams with a clean look. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 3 assists tonight. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Good work there as it goes. Connaughton's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Lopez with the steal. And now, here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break.
And guys, that's a sight we've become far too accustomed to seeing. Antetokounmpo throwing it down like it was just another day at the office.
Leonard on the wing. Fires from deep. Doesn't go that time. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. The Clippers trail. They've got Paul George. Batuma's out there with Ibaka. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Augustine with the steal. Floats it up for Giannis. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And if you're looking to make a big play with the pass, you've got to love Giannis. He's a big target on those alley-oop lobs.
Knocked away. Ibaka, the pass to Leonard. George dishes to Ibaka. And it's good for 2.
This is the kind of physical play we saw from Ibaka early in his career. We're seeing it again now.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. The pass to Middleton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The three-pointer off the mark. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 1-point game. DiVincenzo against George. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Middleton on the wing. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. Augustine's got his 4th assist in this one. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Now here's Beverley. Ibaka down low. Lopez is there. Here's George. Knocks down the 10-footer.
So comfortable in pick and roll. Paul George is a top-level ball handler who consistently makes the right play.
Here's Augustine. Kicks it out to Giannis. Lopez inside, defended by Ibaka. Lopez, no luck for Los Angeles. They've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. That evens the score.
Like a gazelle cruising down the court, Kawhi's difficult to stay with in transition.
Giannis outside. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. There's the feed to Leonard. That shot is off. Great D that time for Middleton. Floats it up for Giannis. Paul George with the steal. Leonard, no luck.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And you know, we always talk about this. Just changing the shot can be just as effective as blocking it, even though it's less spectacular.
And with his length and explosiveness, it's never a surprise to see Giannis get points on the offensive glass. Great nose for the ball.
George with no one around gets the three-pointer to fall. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
You know that he's always going to find a way to get the ball in tight situations like that and knock it down.
And here is Antetokounmpo. Middleton outside. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And they're in position to take the lead.
And how big would a bucket be at this stage of the game?
Knowing the situation, Kawhi willing and able to take control. Big bucket.
And Augustine kicks to Middleton. From deep three-point range, Milwaukee the rebound. Back to Augustine. Clock at 6. Buries the triple.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Pass to Leonard. Batum with the ball. Out to the right wing. Here's Beverly. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. And so it's Milwaukee now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And the Clippers call time here. They trail by 2. 5 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
I don't think they should be greedy here and think about a triple. With this much time left, I'd attack the basket, get a high percentage shot in tight, and take my chances in overtime.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Chris Middleton.
And he's made some shots here tonight, Kevin. He's been efficient from beyond, knocked down 5 triples.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's